we have another Qbounti. This one, the damn good question. Do I believe that the next president should prosecute Donald J. Trump under war crimes? Let's talk about it. Long story short, hell yeah, of course. What the No, I'm just kidding. Well, I want to answer this in a couple of ways. First, let's examine the reasons for why people would be against this. I'm not talking about the propaganda reasons, right? I know that people are like, oh man, Trump, we just love Trump so much. Everything he does is the greatest. No. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, the philosophical reasons, right? Some people consider it like a banana republic if the next president prosecutes crimes, legitimate crimes of the previous president. However, that is ludicrous, actually, and I think we need to stop setting that precedent. That precedent should not be allowed. The reason why is because we've seen time and time again, whether it's the Bush administration that was followed by the Obama administration, let the Bush administration off the hook, or the Obama administration that was followed by the Trump administration that is, for the most part, allowing the Trump administration or Obama administration off the hook. I can't say, now, I have to admit this. The Trump administration is investigating the Clinton Foundation, right? The Trump administration tried to investigate the Ukraine ordeal with Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and Hillary Clinton again with Burisma, the energy company, and the $50,000 cash flow to Hunter Biden, okay? So, truthfully speaking, if we're being real, the Trump administration has been the best on holding the last administration accountable, although they've been getting stopped along the way. Now, I support that. I support him doing that. And that's why, one of the reasons why I absolutely support Donald Trump getting tried on war crimes. If Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and the like did not commit unethical and oftentimes illegal acts, then Donald Trump would have no leg to stand on when it came to investigating them, and they would have absolutely nothing to worry about. But likewise, if Donald Trump did not literally lie over and over again to get us into war, I mean, let's go down the list. He bombed Syria. He did something good by pulling the CIA out of Syria, but then, you know how propaganda goes. We claimed that there was a Syrian chemical weapons attack. Not only, and we said it was committed by the government, but not only was it not committed by the government, according to the OPCW, there was never a chemical weapons attack under the Trump administration thus far. However, we never got a chance to investigate that before Donald Trump lit the entire country on fire by raining hellfire from above. He launched rockets, not literally the entire country, you know what I'm saying, but he launched rockets at Syria without an investigation being conducted, although both Rand Paul, a Republican from the Senate, and Tulsi Gabbard, a representative from the House, who was a former member of the Committee on Foreign Affairs, current member of the House Intelligence Committee, or excuse me, not House Intelligence Committee, my apologies, Armed Services Committee, and at the time, a member of the Council of Foreign Relations. They both were like, hold up. Y'all, you didn't even conduct the investigation. What the hell are you doing? He did it anyway. Bro, that, I wish I could really explain to people the gravity of how ridiculous that we literally launched rockets at a sovereign nation for a crime they didn't commit, claiming that we're coming to their aid. Think about the logic behind that. Let's talk about the fact that Tulsi Gabbard exposed that the Trump administration has been giving weapons and money to Saudi Arabia that has then turned around, gave those weapons and that money to ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and other terrorist organizations. Think about that. And the reason why giving weapons to Saudi Arabia is so absolutely ludicrous, I want you to think about this. When the last time you seen the Saudi Arabian army? Do you even know what the Saudi Arabian army looks like? If you do, I'm extremely impressed. Don't go to Google. Don't go to Google. Don't go to DuckDuckGo or Bing. I know how y'all do. Oh yeah, I knew it the whole time. I just know you're just stupid. No, you didn't know, because I don't know. If I ask, Hell, I can ask Noam Chomsky what the Saudi Arabian uniform looks like. He ain't gonna know because their military don't fight their wars for them. Terrorist organizations do. So why the hell are we giving weapons to a country that as a sovereign military would not be using them? And we're giving them to them in a large supply. Well, it's like what Hillary Clinton said in the 90s when she was referring to the 80s. Yeah, we use terrorist organizations to beat Russia in Afghanistan. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was a good idea at the time. Yeah. Boasting about it. Pretty sure providing, especially when you're talking about providing weapons to a country that then gives them to terrorists to go in Yemen, you're talking about a genocide, bro. You're not talking about just combat. It's not a combat. It's not war. War would imply that both sides stand an equal chance of winning. No, that was a genocide. So that's two. That's just two examples right there of war crimes. So for those Trump people who are all, oh man, but Iran, don't use Iran. Okay, cool. We ain't even got to Iran yet. Let's talk about the literal attempt to commit a coup in Venezuela based off of nothing. Nothing. Trump decided they had way too much oil that year. That was a problem, man. And then he sent Juan Guaido, who went live on YouTube in portrait mode, full screen portrait mode. I stand by my words. You can't be the president of Venezuela. You can't lead a military coup when you go live on YouTube to try and get people on your side. And you go live on YouTube to announce the coup before it happens, because I'm sure Maduro doesn't have fucking YouTube. You go live on YouTube to announce the coup before it happens in a whole perfectly steamed and tailored and pressed suit in full screen portrait mode. You can't be president of shit, okay? Doing that. Let's be very clear about that, okay? Juan Guaido, it was like watching Wile E. Coyote. It was a Wile E. Coyote of coups, okay? But nonetheless, Donald Trump and his administration enabled that coup attempt, an illegal coup attempt. It was a coup attempt of a sovereign government backed by another sovereign government for oil. Oh, then we withhold aid in Colombia. Remember, Marco Rubio was standing by the aid that Colombia withhold from Venezuela. They intercepted it and withheld it from Venezuela because we told them to. Remember that? Yeah. So about that. That's a war crime. That's called siege warfare, and it's a war crime. That's three. Haven't even gotten to Iran yet, have we? How about we talk about the fact that, and you can check this video out, I just did it. Tulsi caught Mike Pompeo slipping in these streets. What was the whole reason that we literally assassinated a general outside of wartime, in a sovereign nation? In a sovereign nation, where the sovereign nation of Iraq, where the only requirement for us to be there, because we were invited there in 2015 alongside Iran to help defeat ISIS in the region. The only requirement was this: please do not attack Iran. Please do not attack Iran. That's it, bro. So what do? We do the worst possible thing you can do in that situation, which was assassinate the most popular man in Iran. Okay? Somebody who had the mutual respect of two nations who don't even like each other. Iran and Iraq, for the most part, they did not like each other, but they both had respect for Soleimani. Now, why did he conduct this attack? The ultimate reason is that he said that there was an impending attack and somehow assassinating on U.S. citizens, and somehow assassinating Soleimani was going to prevent that. Except for, here's the problem. Mike Pompeo got caught saying he doesn't know when it's going to happen. They didn't know where it was going to happen. So how the hell do you know it was impending? How do you know it was imminent if you didn't know when and didn't know where? I feel like a key piece of the word impending, or the definition of impending, is you know when it's supposed to be coming. Impending means soon as shit. Imminent means almost here, but you didn't even know when. You didn't have an inclination, within the next couple of weeks, within the next month or so. Because you made such a brash move that you acted like it was tomorrow. But you assassinated a general outside of wartime. In the worst possible way, bro. In the worst possible way. You didn't inform anybody. You didn't get approval through Congress. You didn't even inform the generals that were on the ground. Generals are on the ground, came out and said that they can't even do their job now, because now they're now fighting and trying to protect themselves against ISIS, while also fighting and trying to protect themselves against the Iranian, I don't want to say supported or backed militias, but I would say the Iranian sympathetic militias. They like Iran a little bit more. And can you blame the generals for being pissed? For Trump making a decision like that puts the lives of soldiers in jeopardy? Not to mention almost starting World War III. So right there, I just rattled off 4 reasons why I 100% believe that Trump should absolutely be tried for war crimes by the next administration. And in my humble opinion, in my very, very humble opinion, I think that it would be horrible precedent going forward if you do not try Trump for war crimes. We let Bush skate, and it breaks my heart as an American that we let that man skate for what he did. We sat here. Oh, first of all, we created Osama bin Laden. For those of you who don't know, he was part of the Saudi Arabian royal family. We brought him into the CIA. He was an official asset at one point. We trained him. IEDs are simply improvised explosive devices. You ever wonder how they learned how to do that? Yeah, that was us. We taught them how to make the improvised explosive devices. I bet you didn't know that, did you? Then we get bombed, and supposedly Osama claimed the attack. That's once again still up in the air. Two and three is that Bush knew. Bro, you were in Florida reading an upside down book when 9/11 happened. You knew what was up. Let's be real about it, okay? We know now. Well, we knew then Osama was one of ours. The intel said, but also we know now, according to court cases and other documents, the attackers were Saudi Arabian. We also know that Osama was eventually found in Pakistan. Okay. We also know that Pakistan is possibly, if not first, second when it comes to state-sponsored terrorism and protecting terrorists. How many times did you hear George Bush say the words Saudi Arabia or Pakistan? Yeah, that's what I thought. And interestingly enough, under Obama, Pakistan relations kind of soured. And that's probably why eventually we were able to get him. Because we just like, nah, bro. But we let Bush get away with literal murder. That man is as guilty as the people who pulled the triggers that ended the lives of those innocent people in both Afghanistan and Iraq. He is responsible for the death of the service members who unfortunately died in vain. And I, as a former service member, as an Army veteran who was raised around and on Fort Bragg, okay? Raised around Special Forces, Ranger Battalion. Raised around 3rd Group, okay? Raised around 82nd Airborne. Those soldiers died in vain. They died thinking, and it's like Tulsi said, she joined the Army believing one thing because she was lied to, and she believed the lie like so many others. And it breaks her heart that she believed the lie. We let Bush skate. We cannot let. We're letting, like I said, this administration is doing a better job of accountability. A better job Like, if I'm being real, so even if you don't want to give Trump the credit, like, look at what the Office of the Inspector General did when it came to holding Andrew McCabe accountable. Right? The Office of the Inspector General worked for the FBI and didn't like Trump, and he still held Andrew McCabe accountable for his election interference and for conduct unbecoming. Like, you got to pay respect to that, and you can acknowledge that. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you get to assassinate generals. Doesn't mean you get to overthrow governments. Doesn't mean you get to bomb countries without investigations. These are the facts. It doesn't mean you get to sell weapons to Saudi Arabia for them to commit a genocide in Yemen and then veto the bill to stop it from happening. War crimes, bro. If he's innocent, I guess he'll be proven innocent. But if you're asking me, he should absolutely be tried for war crimes. I would love to know what your thoughts are about this. If you have a Qbounti question that you want a video about, do not hesitate. Go to Qbounti.com/Niko. The link is in the description below. And hey, you might get a video dedicated to your question. Leave a comment below, share this video, and always remember, more than anything else, find your balance. Peace. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you like that segment of Mikasa Sukasa. Of course, if YouTube is giving you trouble, as it always does, you can download the Rockfin app and follow us there. Also, if you want to continue to help our show grow, you can help us reach our goal of 500 patrons on Patreon and donate as little as $1. Really, anything helps. Other than that, always remember, people, more than anything else, find your balance. Peace.